What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Philly Frenzy. Um, Today, we are doing a pre-show for TOXSIKS Pro-Am Clan War going on. We're gonna hit the rosters. We're gonna make some comments on who we think is going to win the whole thing. I'm here with my buddy Rob. What's going on, Rob?
What's going on?
And one of our hosts, our co-host, I guess you could call him, from Thursday's show, a guest. Jelly's back. What's going on, Joe?
What's going on, Matt?
All right, so Toxic posted that he was going to be hosting this Pro-Am Clan War thing this weekend, and it's finally here. And the brackets have been released. I have the lineups for everyone, I believe, correctly. VE was the only one I had to play with. I went off of what they've been using in leagues. I'm hoping that's their actual team, but they haven't posted anything. Everybody else who I didn't actually have a roster for, I reached out to. They reached right back out to me. So um, it's a 11 team bracket. There's a winner side and a loser side. Um, I've already mentioned to Rob that I think the semifinals is going to end up being the finals. So just starting in the first round, you have WST playing against 4L.
WST playing as 4L. That's just total.
Like, I don't
It's a
even,
flood.
like, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I should go over these lineups because, like, 4L is 10 times better than WST. WST played VE last week in a wager, and VE beat them, and 4L is a lot better than VE. So I really don't even think this is that big of a let's stay on this topic, but Spam, Johnny, TOXSIKS, Miles, Dietrich. That's 4L's lineup. Um, and WST's running out Clot the Don, Romeo from ATL, Drip the Goat, Dion Burner, and No Talking.
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the WST guys here and there, but I don't know them that well. I mean, they could come out and give a show, but that 4L lineup, that's strictly pro-am. Those guys are just strictly comp players. That's the top tier of the comp scene right now. I mean, you got three guys that are eligible to get drafted, and that most likely will get drafted. You got Spam and Johnny rightly, at their 1 and their 2, and those kids are definitely getting drafted when it's their time. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You literally got 4 future or future 2K league players on that 4L team, and that's just gonna be a total flood. I mean, I'm biased. Dietrich's just a dog. He's on the ENG. But that kid is just an absolute monster at center. And Dawson's to him in the pick and roll defense. That's gonna be a very, very bad day for WST.
So it seems like we both have the same idea that 4L is definitely rolling over WST. You end up seeing 4L play Impact. I am Pact, whatever they call themselves, Impact Nation, in the second round, and it's A Eli, Trey No Chill, Caillou. Um, I'm X Lock, and I'm V Bean. It's another
I watched these kids play. I forgot who I watched them play in a league. They're
JP.
actually not half bad.
We
I'm not gonna
watched
lie to
them
you. Those
play.
teams are not that bad.
We watched them play a couple nights ago when they played JP's team.
Yeah, they're actually they're not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I had no idea who they were. I was trolling a little bit. Saying you got beat by the B IMAG team, stuff like that. But I mean, these kids they went out there. I mean, JP's team, I don't think they're good, but they're you know what I mean. They're known in the pro am scene. You know what I mean. The guys on the teams are known. So I just feel like, I mean, I think that's who's going to play 4L after they
Yes.
beat WSC. I mean, not they have no shot against 4L. I mean, but it might be a decent game. I mean, if 4L, if any of these teams, honestly, if they don't come locked in, then they're basically they're going to lose. But it's just I just see like this is like the bread and butter. They oh, everyone talks about their clan being the best and that. I think everyone's gonna come locked. I mean, it's gonna be show, but definitely 4L is just rolling over these first two teams.
All right, so that has the same idea that I have. So I have them in the third round. Now going back to the first round, we got Eyeball versus TG. This is not the actual TG from a couple of years ago. This is DP Shy, Mel So Tatted, ex Dallas TG, ex Strap TG, and Shooter Don't Lose.
Yeah, I don't care who they are. Eyeball's just gonna kill them. That's like, I don't know who put this bracket together. Hopefully it's nobody in Eyeball. Hopefully they just got like a random person to do it, because that's just like, you see Eyeball's lineup. Oh, you got Fab, Zay, Crushy, Dayfry, and Goofy. Like TG. Literally, they might just like load up and then just quit out.
Yeah, I don't know if that gets past the second quarter. I think that's going to be one of the games where you end up having to watch and wait for these guys to play.
Yeah,
because
it's not even watching, wait for them to play. I literally feel like by halftime, the kids are just gonna be like, "Yo, we had enough." It's gonna be, they're gonna quit. Like that Eyeball lineup is just, it's disgusting. It makes me throw up in my mouth how good it is.
you know, they're throwing out 5 2K League players, so you know that they're no slouch, and it doesn't help.
Mean anything. I mean,
it doesn't help that they
that's just,
like their whole brand is 2K League players too. So like,
I mean, yes and no, but I mean, like if you've been watching the Pro Am scene, 2K League teams have been getting, with 3 to 4 2K League players, they've been getting rolled over on by other teams. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a flip of the coin. But I have no disrespect to TG, whoever you are, but you guys have no shot in hell.
all right, let's hit the last first round matchup real quick. This is a first round matchup that we actually saw last weekend. The only difference is there's no Sniper and there's no Bray. I believe Sniper made a difference in that series, but VE is playing against FT in the first round.
That's a beautiful first round for them guys.
Yeah.
So VE's throwing out there. This is the lineup that I'm not sure about. I'm going off of what VE's been running. But it's
most likely this is their main like primary focus Pro Am team that they always throw out there for these guys, because they always play together. You know what I mean? So they got the most chemistry. But let me look at the FT lineup again: Bougie, Guerreri, Maj, Jolo, and Pat. I think they're gonna dog out. I mean, FT beat them the first time, and this is definitely a 10-time better lineup. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna beat them. I'm gonna give it up to FT. VE, I think, no disrespect, I think they're all around. I don't like the whole thing that went on with whoever, the wages and stuff like that. After that, I just feel like they're all dog shit.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, you're not going to go out there and people are like, you don't make bets and expect to actually get paid.
I mean, that doesn't have to do anything with how they play, but I don't think they're good. I think that clan just,
yeah, you have kids in there doing that that doesn't look right.
No.
So, I'm hoping to get first round, and I'm wondering if this is Rob and I talked earlier, and I'm wondering if this is a best of one, because there is a loser side to the bracket.
Even if it's a best of 3, I mean, the games go quick. I mean, as long as everyone has an X and everything, the games are going to go quick. The series are going to go quick. I don't think it's a one-day thing. I think they're doing multiple days. I don't think they're going to be able to do this all in one night. I mean, the guys would be up to like 5 in the morning if they did that. But I just feel like, this FT and VE, I feel like they're gonna. I'm gonna watch that game. I'm honestly gonna watch that game. I think Guerrero, we have an ENG, Maj, and Maj is a dog. I think if he's playing lock, I mean, he just went back on lock. I watched him the other day back on lock, and that kid was just dogging out people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that FT is going to win it again. It just, not seeing Sniper and Bray, from a tweet I seen, it seemed like FT made it to where they wanted guys that are draft eligible, giving them the opportunity to play in this tournament. So that kind of makes sense. So why
that's really not going to do anything for your draft stock. like that whole draft. That's just get to get eyes on their clan. That's just a literally that's terrible. That's just terrible to put out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. As a clan organization, whatever that does, this tournament is going to do nothing, absolutely nothing for your draft stock. A lot of these teams have already have their picks solidified, and they have for this 2K League thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, anything can change, but it's literally only 2 weeks out, and to say that this tournament, really, a clan tournament with 11 teams is really, there's three powerhouse teams in here, and 3 to 4 powerhouse teams in here are really good teams in here. You're gonna say this is gonna change your draft stock? Not gonna happen. Absolutely not. I mean, if they're going to use it for content purposes and go out there and make like another, thing for like the players that draft eligible make content off of it, yeah, that's going to help you out, get more exposure out there, and let the coaches see you and GMs and scouts and stuff like that. But to literally change your draft stock by winning this tournament, yeah, that's the complete like asshole-ish statement to say.
I agree. I was kind of hoping personally to see Sniper and Bray out there again, only because Sniper, like I said, single-handedly won that series last weekend, and then he goes and gets honored defensive player of the season in WR. So
yeah, that's great. But hey, I watched Sniper the other night. He's playing with Cooks over in ENG. He was playing over. They're playing. I think it was what was it? Militia or I think it was Militia or TPO. I can't remember. And they played KMT, and Sniper looked a little starstruck out there against Kino. Looked a little starstruck.
I did see that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the games, Sniper did go off. I think it was the game that to tie up the series 1-1, and in the third game, he got a little starstruck. He got a little nervous out there. That it's big pressure. So I mean, they want to put guys out there that have nothing against Snipers. I think Sniper's great. Like I said, if he gets some dribble moves, the kid will be an absolute, complete, solid player. But I think they want to put out the best of the best. I mean, you only have the Guerreri. I don't know if he's really draft eligible because there's kind of confusion there. I've talked it over with him and everything like that. He is and he isn't. I don't know what's the case, but I don't think he is. So I think they kind of put him in there as one of the best of the best that they have right now. But I know Bougie, Maj, Jolo and Pat are.
All right, so let's go to the second round, and you have top 5 playing against 2 Cold.
Yeah. Is Jelly Overdose in here? Is he in this? Is he in this little thing? No. Is he going to join this? So I can literally just tell him like on here that your team's going to get wiped.
Let me text him. But just
the 2 Cold lineup. We got Slime got Jelly, solid. Jelly Overdose, solid, but we'll see, solid. King's World, solid, I guess. Ted, haven't really seen him play that much. Scoring, against, let's see, Benzo, Finesse, King Peroxide, Fakey, and Oreo. Yeah, they're like 2 Cold's gonna have. I can be biased, whatever. I'm not really because Jelly, he's over with us at ENG, but like if Slime and Jelly don't go to work, they're gonna have a very, very tough time. And if King's World is playing lock on Benzo's gonna bop him all over the place. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out why King's World is in this lineup.
King's World is part of 2 Cold.
I understand that he's
I know what
Cold.
you're saying about why is he in there. I have no disrespect to King's World, but I don't think that's the best of the best 2 Cold has.
Where is the kid that we were playing with earlier in the year? I can't think of his name right now.
Chill.
Yeah, where's Chill?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't understand why they put this lineup out here.
Because if I'm TC, okay, yeah, I understand Chill is a top dog in TC, but like Chill and Jelly Overdose, JP, whatever you want to call them, they have a connection. They were playing together earlier in the year.
Yeah, but I mean the lock guard connection has nothing to do with more of a lock center connection. You know what I mean? Like you can't that's great they're playing together and but that won't really help them out as much because it's not like Jelly's gonna be playing the pick and roll with Chill. It would be Chill and scoring at Chill and Ted.
What I'm kind of pointing at when I say that they've played together.
Yeah.
You've played with JP. I've played with JP. I've played with King's World.
Yeah.
I know Slime. I know Ted. Yeah. You got guys on this list that are all different personality-wise, And a guy like Chill might be able to grab JP and bring him back to, even level field for himself when JP starts thinking outside the box. Some of these guys on this team, I think.
Listen, what's going to happen with JP? JP doesn't think outside the box. What happens is JP puts himself in a box.
Yeah, but then he can't get himself out. And if you have somebody like Chill that's played with him, you can kind of pull him back in.
I'm sorry to say, I tell JP this all the time. Once he gets in that quiet mode, he doesn't come back from it. So there's nobody in that party or whoever is going to get him out of that. Once JP feels like the game is over with, or that this is God strip, I'm going to keep 100%. It's if he feels like the game's over with, or his game is just getting out of hand, or he can't do what he wants to do on the court, JP is going to disappear. He's going to get quiet, and that is just literally going to leave Slime on an island, and he's going to have nobody at his hash, or whoever's playing the 1-2, however way it's going to go. It's going to get bad. Once you hear JP get quiet in that party over that stream, it's going to get real ugly. It's going to get real ugly because he's not going to communicate on offense. He's not going to communicate when he's going to pinch or swing on defense. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not going to call out plays. He's going to start overthinking. He's going to start throwing that guest pass all the time like he usually does, trying to hit that corner. You know what I mean? It's just going to be – it's just that honestly, all in all, it doesn't matter because that Benzo, Finesse, King Peroxide, Fakey, my name, Oreo, it's just Oreo and Fakey. Oreo's playing the pick and roll with who I don't know if it's going to be Peroxide, Finesse, or whoever it's going to be in that pick and roll, but it's going to be very scary with Fakey in the corner. You better not throw it to Fakey's corner or even King Peroxide's corner because it's going to be bad. You know what I mean? They're going to bait the shit out of. I feel like they're going to bait the shit out of JP if he's playing point guard. I feel like
JP, just know you better not do your usual. I don't know the icons because if you do that against this defense, you won't have the ball.
They're gonna bait him, and if you watch Benzo too, Benzo's getting great on that bait on the hash.
Mm-hmm.
Benzo's getting great when they perceived reality, went back and they played ENG for the second time. Benzo, I feel, was baiting Cooks like crazy. Like Cooks was looking for that quick dot to the hash, or he was looking for that that run in, that turn around, come back out to 3 and try to dot the hash real quick because Benzo used the first series they played, try to come over and pinch him, and Cooks would just dot the hash and get a quick 3 off. And Benzo was baiting. He was faking going in, coming back out, and stealing that pass. So, that's a crazy team. Like I feel like it's a toss up. Like that 4-0 team is great, and this top 5 team is great. But I feel like top 5 probably is. It's hard to say. Yeah, I feel
wait till we get to top 5 versus them because they do come up.
I'm not talking about against them. I'm just feeling like this.
So.
Yeah, I feel like it's top 5 over Too Cold all day long.
We'll finish the top half of this bracket, and we have 4L beating WST, we have 4L beating IAM, and then we have top 5 beating Too Cold. I mean, it's not like we're going out there and giving random ideas or just throwing darts at a dartboard and saying this is who's going to win because 4L and top 5 are the top 2 teams in that bracket, and it's not even close. I think if you switched 4L and you switched top 5, they're still meeting right here with a chance to go to the semis. The one thing I think Benzo will score the most points in this tournament in that second round against Too Cold. 1 game, 3 games, whatever it is.
Too Cold.
I think he gets the quote unquote record for the tournament for points scored in a game
against Too Cold. Oh
yes.
Man, that's hey, listen, Benzo can score on anybody. He can score with the best of the best. It doesn't matter which team it is. But I feel like he is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm thinking he's gonna go high 30s, 40s. Or he's going to average 20, 25 and 15 or something like that. I feel like that series of that game he's going to go apeshit.
So you started mentioning it in the third round. We do get 4L and top 5.
Yes.
That's going to be the one.
That's the series to watch. Like this. Like I feel like because I don't think that either of them meet eyeball until if they make it to the finals or
the semis. So whoever wins this will end up playing eyeball in the semis. I mean, we don't. I'm going to go over the second half of the bracket, but we really don't have to. Eyeball has a walk through to the semis, and then
like
when
I feel like that was bad. They should like, but I mean, it's just like whoever wins this next matchup with 4L and top 5, is literally, what I mean. It's either of those teams are going to. It's going to be a great series between them and Eyeball. And I mean, that's what I think they really did it for, was to see like a top 5 or 4L Eyeball matchup kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean?
But see, we're going to get lucky.
Fact, I think they want 4L because of the whole Lux and Toxic thing when they were talking junk to each other in the stream.
We may get lucky as people watching this, and because there is a loser side of the bracket.
Yeah,
we could say 4L beats top 5 in the first time they match up in the winners on the top side of the bracket.
Yep.
And say 4L beats Eyeball to go to the finals. Now we're going to get to see top 5 and Eyeball play to go to the finals to play 4L, or vice versa. We could see the same. We could see the same series happen twice, or we could see a multiple with these 3 teams, flip flopping around, getting to play each other at least once.
Yep. Well, I think this. I think 4L is going to go to the losers bracket if that's the case. Top 5 is going to win this matchup. The only reason I'm saying that is because Spam and Johnny got rattled when they had to play them when they were playing for Liquid. When they were playing for Liquid, and Fakey and Oreo playing for the ENG team, I feel like they had them rattled and they didn't know what to do. And I feel like they're going to get them rattled again, and top 5 is going to pull it out. Definitely going to pull it out.
That's where my mindset is. I've said it.
That's a great team. I mean, let's say this. I mean, that is tough because you got TOXSIKS, you got Dietrich on the other side. That's the thing. They could literally just take Benzo out of the game. That's a very, very deadly combination in the pick and roll defense.
It's all going to be. I honestly think whoever wins the first matchup,
it's fast breaks. It's fast breaks. I feel like that game's going to be fast breaks.
It's going to be fast breaks.
Yeah. And
whoever wins the first matchup, I think, doesn't get the advantage that you would possibly have in a different scenario where they're going to win that second matchup. Like, I don't know if they could, if a team, like, I don't know if 4L can beat top 5 twice, and I don't know if top 5 can beat 4L twice. So it's going to be a matter on when they can pick and choose, if it's the losers bracket and they're playing against each other and 4L won the first time. I don't know if top 5 is that much worse than 4L to lose to them twice.
Right. I feel like the factor of that game is if between those two teams, if Finesse can really take off the load off of Benzo, because I know Benzo's heavy ball dominant. He's gonna 95% of the time he wants the ball in his hands. You know what I mean? Like, there are little issues with Benzo. Sometimes he won't throw the slip. He tries to force it too much. He over dribbles a little bit too much. That's when he gets to start overthinking, when he can't really read the defense. But like, if he keeps his head down, he stays aggressive, and he charges to the rim, because Benzo doesn't like to. The first series that I watched him play when he was playing with Precision Reality against ENG, he didn't want to attack the rim. He wanted to 3-hunt. If Benzo just does what he did the second series that he played against ENG, and he puts his head down and goes to the hole, and then now will open up his game to 3-hunt, you know what I mean, and dance around the screen and stuff, then that would be the deciding factor if top 5 can take it over them or not. You know what I mean? And if Finesse is hitting shots when Benzo's feeding him. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I've never really seen them two play together, so it's going to be good. And if King Peroxide's, I don't know if King Peroxide is going to be guarding the pick and roll or Fakey or whatnot. I don't know which roles they're playing. But
yeah,
King Peroxide,
I haven't seen the actual who's guarding what.
Yeah, I got to see that, because obviously TOXSIKS is guarding ball. Dietrich's going to be in the pick and roll. I mean, Miles, Miles is a dog.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, and if Miles is hitting, that's gonna be a deciding factor too. Like it's gonna be crazy. I know that match is gonna be good, but I got top 5 taking it.
That's where I have top 5 winning that. I do think Fakey and Oreo being the combination there, I think that's what gets them over the top.
Yeah, they're a duo. They're literally a duo. Like that's
So
a scary duo when you load up to see them on the court together.
let's hit the bottom part of this bracket. So Eyeball got TG in the first round. We both don't think it's going to get to halftime. Eyeball then goes and plays C4.
C4.
This is
I have no
C4
idea who these
Boogie
guys are.
CEO, C4 Neff, C4 V Soldier, C4 Chin, C4 John John.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never heard these guys. I should have done my little research on these guys, but I've never heard of this. I don't know if they're a stage clan and they're just trying to think they come out and just they see clan or there's just an upcoming clan that want to try to make some noise. And don't get me wrong, in this whole tournament, I hope there are some upsets. I'm just pulling off the obvious picks of the teams I have and the players I've seen play a lot and who I know that can just literally open up a game and just. But I literally hope like. Hey, maybe C4 could pull it off. Maybe Eyeball has a bad game and they get the upset, but I just don't see it happen. I don't know any of these guys.
It's so TG doesn't get out of half. I don't think C4 gets out of the first quarter.
No, I'm not. I'm like I can be mean and all, but I can say just take your clan back to the wreck. Just
like I don't think by the time Eyeball gets to the third round, I don't even think they would have played a full game yet between these two games.
No. Nope.
So we'll just switch down to the last part of the bottom bracket. It's V. We have FT. So I forgot I put FT forward. We have FT versus RH.
All right, let's check it out. Let me check out RH. Stone RH, Kobe RH, Big Clay RH, J Rod, Baited.
This is one where you keep talking about you'd like to see upsets. This is one. Yeah. All right, so I don't really know RH that well. I have seen some of their screenshots. I haven't done much visual look when they're streaming.
Okay.
But for some reason, when I look at this team, like I get like a vibe like they could be the team that pulls the upset and beats FT.
I don't. I like you're saying upset. I don't feel like. Yeah, I'm just okay. Yeah, it will be an upset, I guess. But I'm just like that FT team is not a powerhouse team. That's like what I mean. They have good players in some good spots, but that's just not like a team like hey, this team's definitely gonna win this. Like that team could have a hiccup. That team literally could have a hiccup. Like I watch Bougie play. You know what I mean? He's good. He's great. I mean, he's good. I'm sorry, he's not great, and he has his hiccups, and he, I watched him wager that what was it that there was a wager like we're all on a party one day. All right, I'm trying to get, but they wanted to wager. Somebody wanted to wager them, so they wagered, and they had a tough time at first with this. Like, there's total random wreck team had a tough time. Bougie was just like he was doing this thing, but the whole team in all was just doing terrible, and then Bougie started to fall off and everything like that. It's a hit and miss. Like he had an okay combine. I watched some of it, and then some of the games he literally just got boxed. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with the upset of RH takes this over FT. No disrespect to those guys, but I just don't like that's not a powerhouse FT clan team. You know what I mean?
JP, I see you're in the stream. Get your ass in here.
Yeah, man. I want to get a player in here and see their thoughts of what I have to say. It would be great.
So
if they can.
I'm only calling it an upset because I don't know RH. Like if these were guys that I knew, I wouldn't really call it like an upset.
Yeah, I mean, I don't call that an upset. I don't call that an upset. You know what I mean? I really don't call that an upset. I don't.
All right, so
I think FT's weakness right now that I'm looking at is like I like Guerreri. Like I think he's a great player, and Bougie's decent, but I just feel like their 1-2 combo is that's their weakness. That's their weakness right there, and I hope they prove me wrong. And I'm literally just saying this so they can light a fire under their ass and they can run I'm literally talking shit right now, fellas, and I hope you guys just prove me wrong.
Yo.
Okay, JP is in the building. All right, JP.
Yo. What's good?
Good, Joe. Get him.
I only got a few minutes, so what's good?
JP, so you guys who are they facing the first? They're facing facing top 5.
Benzo
You got
and them, yeah.
you guys gotta get wiped.
Nah, you're capping, bro.
No,
We're not
the
gonna
reason
get
I'm saying,
wiped, bro.
listen, did you hear what I had to say about you and your
No,
gameplay and
I just
and
caught you at the end when you.
okay?
I caught it when you were talking about finesse to the end.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
well, basically, it's like Shaq made a comment of like, you like if you get outside the box, like why didn't they have Chill in your lineups at King's World? Because you guys play together. He's one person that probably can bring really back into the game. And me knowing you and playing with you so much, and knowing you over the past couple of years, it's you don't get outside the box. You put yourself in a box.
What do you mean?
Once you see. Sorry, I'm watching my knees. Once you see that the game's getting out of hand, and this is going over multiple games with you, watching multiple games on your streams. Basically, once you see the game getting out of hand, or you can't do what you want to do on the court, you literally go quiet. Like, where did JP go? Like, you are nowhere to be seen, and that's exactly what's going to happen in this matchup against top 5. Fakey and Oreo are going to take you straight out the game, and they're going to mess with your head. The bait game on that team, what I'm watching from those guys is crazy, and they're gonna and you like to guest pass. That guest passing crap, whatever that is not gonna happen, bro. If you literally are passing it with your openness, I would love to see your settings for the game. You're dead in the water.
Bro, I'll show you my settings, bro. I never had
you're dead in the water.
You're trying to violate right now.
You're dead in the water. And if literally, like, I see it, it's Slime JP against top 5. That's it. That's all you got. And then once JP fades out the way, Slime's on an island by himself on 2 gold. There's literally, like, once you leave the picture and you get all in your head and you just want to go quiet, it's gonna be Slime got Jelly versus the world.
I don't know why you thinking that.
That's my prediction, man. I'm literally trying to light a fire on your ass and see if you can prove me wrong. I want some upsets in this tournament. That's what I'm trying to get off of. I'm trying to make people mad, and I want to see some upsets. I want to see some of these people prove me wrong. But it's literally top 5 is taking it.
All right, JP. What are you gonna do? First, before I ask that question, is it a best of 1? Do you know if it's a best of 1?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's a best of 3.
All right, so it's a best of 3.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell everybody what you're gonna do in this series.
What you mean?
Where's the confidence at? Where's the confidence? Yeah, where are you gonna put yourself?
What are you gonna average in the series against top 5?
Probably about 18
and
20.
You don't. No, I want to know the stat line. How many assists, how many points? Average.
Probably 18, 20 points.
Yep.
Probably like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 assists. You're playing the 1 or are you playing the 2?
Depends.
You're playing the 2? Because I don't know if because they can put these lines how they want, but you guys can switch it off, obviously when you guys get into games. But so you say 18, 20 points, 4 or 5 assists? Okay,
Yeah,
what do you think your shoot percentage is gonna be at? You're gonna be shooting, good 8 for 12 kind of thing?
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna shoot good. I'm not gonna shoot no crack, bro.
All right.
I ain't gonna shoot no crack, bro.
All right, yeah, all right. I mean, I just you don't sound too confident. That's why I'm saying it right now. You sound very unconfident right now.
I'm confident in my game, bro.
Yeah, you could be confident in the world because I know you're confident. You've been confident against some weak ass teams, and you're going out there and literally the bed out.
Bro, I'm confident, bro.
I mean,
but you're gonna see it at 7:30.
The comedy. You're gonna keep. I want.
Oh, 7:30.
7:30.
I think it's 7:30.
Oh, you think it's? See, he's not even gonna show up to a series. It's like he did it for the Hall of Fame playoffs. Yeah.
Do you have any? Okay.
Okay. You better check in that time, my man, because I want to see it. I want to see over Twitter. Jelly overdose over here ducking.
Do you have any confidence? Any confidence at all that King's World's going? That is King World going to stop Benzo?
Thank you, Shaq.
Is King World going to stop Benzo? Bro, this is what I gotta say, bro. We gonna slow down. No. We're gonna slow down.
No. I asked you. It's not. I don't want to hear your overall whatever. Listen, bro. No, I want to hear. Do you have confidence in King's World? You're on stream. Do you have confidence in King's World that he's not gonna get bopped around by Benzo?
Right, of course I got confidence in King's World, man.
No, you
of
don't.
course I do.
But do you have confidence enough to know that can he win you this series? Can he stop Benzo enough to give you the opportunity? Can Kingsborough at lock give you the opportunity to win the series?
What y'all think? Like Benzo gonna come out and go for like 40 every game or something?
Benzo has won four chips in the past week.
I know, but I'm saying
against the
I'm
best of the
asking.
best.
Okay, so you're asking, do I think that
Benzo's gonna average 40 this series?
Benzo, I'm saying that he could probably average a good 30, 35.
Okay. I think Kingsworth's gonna slow him down. He's not gonna have no 40 a game, bro.
You think Kingsworth's gonna slow him down?
Kingsworth and scoring they got chemistry. It's not they didn't throw that.
I agree that I'm not saying they don't have chemistry, but do you think that Kingsworth is a good enough top lock to go out there and stop Benzo because he's been playing against the top locks in these finals and he's been bopping them? They have been non-existent.
Yes, I got confidence in Kingsworth.
Okay, I call shenanigans on that one.
He's just saying it because he's live. Just because he's live.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I like the confidence in the team because I know you don't want when you get into that party and be like, you don't want to hear anything. You guys want to stay, level-headed. But I'm sorry, Kings Road, you're a good player, but not enough to stop Benzo. And I hope you prove me wrong. Like I said, people, I'm just trying to get people mad. I want some upsets in this tournament.
Last question, JP, because I know you said you got a little bit of you got to go do something. Are you playing Hash on defense?
Shaq, you know what he's gonna do. He's buying a plane ticket so he can skip town.
Shut the fuck up.
You're playing corner?
Yeah, I'm going corner.
You're going corner defense. Hey, everybody in top 5, if you listen to the stream, JP's going corner defense. Just attack that because that's the weakest point in the too cold.
Hall of Fame interceptor shit. It's not gonna get there.
You can be Hall of Fame interceptor all you want, but what? How big you do? 6'6", 6'5"?
Bro, he's big enough to guard the corner.
How big is your player? Come on, I mean they're gonna know when they
6'5", 6'5".
6'5". What is that? Small forward?
What?
What is he at the small? Did you put him at the small forward position, or shooting guard, or point guard?
Yeah, small forward.
Okay, so how much does he weigh? His strength and.
He's minimum weight, bro.
He's minimum weight. Yeah, you're dead in the water. They throw them backdoor cuts. You're gonna stop a
Fakey
from going to the paint. King Peroxide going to the paint.
But they probably on 6'10", ain't it?
Probably, yeah. Like I said, just alley-oop all day long. They're probably on 6'10" metrics.
We'll see.
Like everyone, everyone top 5, attack JP's corner. Jelly overdose. If you don't know who JP is, jelly overdose.
Make him work.
It's all good, bro.
Make him work.
We're gonna see, man.
Put him right in that UPS box so he can be shipped off and his soul gets sucked out of him.
Yep. We're gonna see, bro. I got confidence in this. You chilling?
Oh man.
If you're playing at 7:30, make sure you let me know.
Yeah. Yes. I hope you go out there and dog it out. That's just a very tough. That's a very tough night.
Nah, it is. It's a good team. I ain't gonna lie.
And you better have your face cam on. Because we're definitely pulling your stream up because as soon as you guys start losing, JP gonna drop his head like he always does.
Yeah, you better wear the polo hat to give you some luck, like you did against GNA, because I know you're gonna probably throw that polo hat across the room once it start getting ugly.
Right, I'm definitely wearing the polo hat, man.
Yeah, we need polo hat jelly out tonight, because if
polo
you don't
hat
wear that,
jelly's
no
back,
chance.
man. Somebody clip it. Polo hat jelly's back for the tourney, man.
I'm hoping so. I wish the best for you, my brother, but your team got no shot in hell.
Okay.
All right, JP.
I mean, all I can say is we gonna see. All right, y'all. I'll catch up with you.
All right, JP.
All right, JP. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
All right. That was Jelly Overdose for anybody who doesn't know who JP is. Rob, listening to all this,
I'm not confident at all.
No. I know we know when Jelly is confident. We know when Jelly is not confident.
Is looking in the mirror right now, trying to convince himself they even have a chance of getting past him.
Yes. You know what he's doing right now? He's ringing King's World 1,000 times right now to get that confidence up. Just look at the name and try to, he's trying to light some sage. He's trying, you know what I mean? He's lighting his prayer candles right now because that right there is going to be a tough night. That is a tough
I've been
lineup
in too many parties with
defensively.
JP to know when his ass is lying, and
Yes,
he's
that.
lying.
Listen, he better be locked all the way in. I mean, all those guys better be locked all the way in. It's going to get ugly quick. That's all I can say because that's going to be a very defensive-minded team right there. Even though it looks like they got a lot of offense on the squad with Benzo, Finesse, King Peroxide, and Fakey. They're all five of them can score. You know what I mean? They can score anywhere on the court. But it's just it's literally it's going to be a very if the defense on the team is locked for top five and it turns to a fast break game. It's getting ugly quick. I feel like if Too Cold throws more than, let's say for the first half, they throw more than 4 or 5 picks, game over. Game over. Absolute game over. It's going to be the momentum is not going to come. They're not going to be able to get the momentum back. They're not. I'll give them 8 turnovers. I'll give them 8 to 9 turnovers for the entire game. That's it.
Let's continue on to this. Let's continue on to this bracket. So you would have RH now playing eyeball.
RH playing eyeball. That's that. Yeah, that is. We would love to see it upset, but it's not happening.
So in the semifinals, we're getting eyeball versus top five.
That was my before this and before coming on the show. That was my prediction. Top five and a. 4L could pull it off, but I feel like top five. Just the way Benzo's playing right now, I think he's going to pull him all the way there. It's going to be a top five and eyeball. And that I feel like it's going to be a very, very, very good series because Benzo's not scared of those guys. Benzo's played against those guys. Benzo's been going crazy against these people. You know what I mean? Like, didn't they just beat Goofy the other day? Greatness the other day, Perceived Reality.
I'm pretty sure they did. And right now, his confidence is through the roof. You could see it.
Yes,
you could see it with Benzo on.
I could be totally wrong, but I feel like
you could see it the way that Benzo is carrying himself on Twitter. Benzo's always been the type to, chirp and chirp, but you could see a different side of Benzo within the last week. They started winning, and it was like Benzo's not underneath everybody chirping back at him. He's chirping at certain people, and Benzo's got that confidence right now, that polo cap confidence. Maybe JP got his stolen, but Benzo right now is on a different level.
Oh, I thought it was a TV.
But when you now have whoever wins that series goes to the finals, say it's top five, you're now getting Eyeball and 4L playing to meet top five in the finals. Or if Eyeball wins, we get top five 4L again. I believe personally that top five Eyeball, it's going to be an Eyeball win. And then top five and 4L are going to play. And then I think 4L is going to win to go to the finals. I don't think we're going to see the same matchup twice besides top five and 4L. I think top five gets 4L first. Eyeball hits top five out. And then 4L top five play again to go to the finals. And 4L goes and plays Eyeball. I think Eyeball actually wins the whole entire thing.
I'm going top five.
For the whole entire thing?
I'm going top five for the whole entire thing.
I would like to agree.
I want to see that. I like to see that. I think Benzo's confidence is through the roof right now. I think they got a solid enough team where they can. I mean, that's an amazing eyeball lineup. Honestly, I mean, it's just I feel like as of lately a little bit, I feel like the pros have been down bad. There's been a lot of shakeup with these other teams that haven't beaten these so-called powerhouse pro teams, and I think top five is gonna take it.
All right, so you got top five. Rob, do you want to put any input on this? I know you don't know much about the players and stuff, but just off of what we've been saying, you get a feel for a certain team that might be holding more weight now in your mind as possibly the favorites?
Well, I mean, you guys pretty much have it down between the the 3 teams unless we see some sort of a shock from one of these other teams. I think I'm gonna should keep my mouth shut, but I'm not. It's not how I roll.
Nah,
I don't know. Jelly's too confident in top 5. I'm gonna say top 5 takes it all.
yes, sir. Top 5. See, Shaq is going off. Matt is going off. He's going off the easy.
No, it's not that it's not easy on a paper pick. All right, look, when it comes to this conversation, all right, so one, I didn't realize the first game looks like it's not starting until 6 now. But top 5, in all honesty, that's the team. With me being part of ENG, me knowing Oreo, me and Oreo playing together before in 18, me and him actually having somewhat of a relationship off the court, I want to see Oreo succeed and actually win this. And Benzo, one thing with Benzo, from our communication and our interaction through the ENG chat, Benzo might be a troll, but Benzo is also one of the biggest supporters in my podcast. Like, I don't care if Benzo never listens to my podcast, but guess what? Benzo retweets my stuff all the time, and 9 times out of 10, we have some kind of 1-word, 2-word conversation about my podcast. So he takes time out of his day. So I do like Benzo. Finesse is a good player. Peroxide's a good player. And Fakey, you already know how I feel about Fakey. Fakey is the best power forward in this draft. So top 5 is the team that I would want to see win. Do I think top 5 can beat Eyeball? Not just going off of paper. You're talking about Fab, Crushy, Zay, Dayfry, and Goofy. It's not like it's 5 2K League players and they're just 2K League players. You're talking about 5 2K League players that are top 3 in each position in the 2K League.
That's great, but this is retail. This is not 2K League builds.
Yeah, but retail. even retail,
anybody can win in retail.
Even in retail,
and anybody
Goofy always has a good Goofy always has a good pre-draft.
Yeah, he has a pretty good pre-draft, but I mean, it's just like they have been getting beat. It's not like they've been running the table like they were before. Like these players aren't running the table. Like there's a lot of other teams that have 1 or 2 pros on the teams, or even none. That are running the table. It's not just, okay, well, we have Fab on the team. We have this and that. Like, I've seen these guys play bad. I've seen these guys. I've watched 10s. I know it's just 10s. I watch their games when they play with their teams. Sometimes they are playing bad. They're making mistakes. Like, it's retail. Anybody can win retail. And I just feel like top 5, especially with who they have in the team, they're a lot hungrier than Eyeball. You know what I mean? Like, is Eyeball going to take it seriously? They might take it seriously because the game they want to get name out there, but you know what I mean? They're already 2K League players. They're already big. They already got the name out there, and like, of course, you guys do too on top 5, but I just feel like they're hungry on top 5.
And then to talk about 4L with 4L, Spam and Johnny, you already talked about them. Spam and Johnny, I think, are in the same conversation that we're having about Bray and the same conversation we're having about Benzo. Once they become eligible, both of these guys are 2K League players. TOXSIKS, I'm pretty sure TOXSIKS had this man, Jumper, have his teammates quit on him in a 2K League tournament. I'm pretty sure that happened in pre-draft this year. TOXSIKS put him in such a box that Jumper quit, threw a temper tantrum, and his guys were leaving in the 4th quarter. Then you have Miles. I mean, Fakey's number 1 power forward in my mind. And then there's Oreo, and then there's Miles. Miles may be a better...
And are you saying in that order for?
I'm not saying all power forwards. I'm not saying all power forwards because there's some power forwards on Xbox or there's a couple power forwards on PlayStation, and there's a couple power forwards that aren't playing in this tournament that are above Miles. I think Fakey's clear-cut the best power forward in the draft. But Miles, he has that shot to be a 2K League player. And Dietrich, another ENG boy. And with Dietrich, what he's done this last month, playing with Cooks, playing with Fakey, playing alongside Oreo, he's had a very dominant run as well. One thing that I'm gonna say with Dietrich, and I think that's what's gonna fuel Dietrich a little bit more in this whole tournament, that I did see people going after him saying it was retail. You're not gonna be able to do this in a 2K League. You can't be the player that you are once you get to the 2K League. It's completely different. I think that's gonna be something that makes Dietrich stand out more, not only in this tournament, but moving forward, even if he doesn't get drafted. It's just when you have these 5 guys on Eyeball, representing Eyeball, current gen, pre-draft, next gen, whatever it is, these 5 guys are the 5 guys that are top 3 in each of the positions and should be representing Eyeball. And I don't know if any of these other organizations have players that close to him.
Yes, man. Like that. It's a great team. It's definitely a powerhouse team. But it's like that top 5 or that that 4L team. Those teams can definitely match up with that team easily. I mean, it would be a tough series between either top 5 Eyeball or 4L Eyeball. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be a walk, just a cakewalk for Eyeball. I don't want to hear that. Like it's retail.
Oh, I'm not
it's
saying.
A lot different than,
I'm not saying it's gonna be a cakewalk.
No, yeah, but like you said, I want to go back to the Dietrich thing. People overlook Dietrich. Dietrich, I've been watching him for a while. Dietrich is an absolute dog. The kid plays at the center with a PG mindset. What I mean by a PG mindset, he's gonna give you those assists. He's gonna give you that dot. He knows how to play the pick and roll great. He knows what the PG wants to do. He knows when to, tell the lock to release. He's a great communicator. And if he has to swing out of the corner, the kid is a great swinger. He has a great bait game. Like the kid can do it all. And I've seen him play other positions than the center. You know what I mean? Like just messing around or whatever. But he can play the 2-5. What people don't know about him. Like they say he's primarily a center, but I've seen him play the 2-5. Like the kid can play the game, and like he's one of the people that are very overlooked. And he's slept on. I feel like TOXSIKS really hasn't got the recognition that he deserves. Miles definitely hasn't either. Like those 3 guys right there, because you can't include Spam and Johnny. Talk about like the 2K League, whatever. I feel like those kids are locks for when it's their time. They might also, for Johnny and Spam, it might be like the year too early kind of thing. So how they say you come back and you're the first rounder or the top 5 pick, whatever, blah blah blah. But I feel like those kids, the first year they're eligible, they're going to the league. But TOXSIKS, Miles, and Dietrich, I feel like those kids are very overlooked at what they do in the court. I feel like scouts, GMs, they got to literally break down their game and watch their film, because those kids can really, I feel like, come into the league with the right guidance and everything like that. And because they got the right mindset, they want to work hard, that they will come in and change around an organization for a team. I'm not saying they'll come out and they'll win it, help a team win it the first year or whatever, but they would be great assets. Not 6 men, not sitting them on the bench and just, just having them there on your team because they are there on your team. But those kids who come in and really make an impact for any team in the 2K League.
I'm just hoping that we get 4L top 5 and then top 5.
Oh, you're going to get 4. You're going to get 4L top 5, and then you're going to get top 5 Eyeball, and then you're going to get top 5 winning it over Eyeball. That is my prediction.
But there's something to that. When 4L beats, or when Eyeball and top 5 play, that's a semis.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have Eyeball go down to the losers bracket and play 4L to go to the finals. You have Eyeball beating 4L and then going and top 5 beating Eyeball again.
Yes, I have the only reason I have Eyeball beating 4L because of not saying the inexperience, but the maturity of when the game gets out of control with Johnny and Spam. I've just seen it, firsthand. they kind of give up a little bit. Sometimes when they feel like it's a little bit too out of reach. But if they really, reel it back in and they really make a go for it and they get those stops, like those kids are going to score for you. But I'm not gonna lie, I have seen them in times where they put in boxes and stuff like that, or they just can't hit or something. But it's just, I feel like just because of the 1 and the 2 right there, it's going to be tough. I know Benzo's a young kid too, but this kid has been playing out of his mind right now. Like he's talking the talk, he's walking the walk. The kid's like he's not talking to shit on the Twitter line for no damn reason. The kid is he's doing his thing right now, and I got confidence in that kid.
All right. So we got Jelly with top 5. Rob's going top 5. I'm gonna have to stay with Eyeball. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a series that you're not. This is gonna be a series that you're not gonna want to miss. Is kind of what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, in all honesty, I don't really care who wins, as long as we get the series that I'm expecting in my mind, looking at these 3 lineups and for these 3 teams. Like, if we get if it's a best of 3 and we get 3 games that are all nail biters, like, then I'm happy. Like, I'm not gonna be like, all right, they won. You know what? I was right. Because, I hope Eyeball loses. But when I was looking at the lineup, like, it's difficult to say, let me bet against Eyeball.
The reason I hope I don't see Eyeball's gonna win, and I hope they lose. I'm not like I don't hope they lose. I want them to lose. It's because they gave themselves a cakewalk.
That's the biggest thing. If Eyeball made this bracket, excuse my language, but that's fucked up. You're playing 2 clans back to back in the first and second round that I've never heard of. And then possibly playing RH if they beat FT. And FT, again, I don't want to sound like a dickhead here, but FT isn't on the level of these 3 teams. And you have 4L and top 5 playing each other smack dab right there in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Where
that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's FT. FT isn't with 4L or top 5. So Eyeball's kind of walking right in.
They're not even the same. They're not even the same sentence. Only thing you talk about, FT and top 5 is it's FT's going to lose to top 5 or 4L. That's about it.
All right. So I guess instead of switching over to a game, I was expecting the game to be at 5. I thought I heard there was a game at 5. It looks like there is not one until 6. What we're going to do, which is good for me because I get to go smoke a cigarette and take my dog out so he doesn't bark the whole time. Between 5 and 6, we're just going to take a break, and then we'll start back up at 6 o'clock. Hopefully a game is starting right then and there. I know Jelly's coming back. Rob will be back. In game, I know Rob's going to have more to say. Rob's just trying to figure out what's going on. Rob isn't from the 2K community, so he's hearing a bunch of names. It's like if I was to try to pay attention to soccer, I'd be sitting here questioning everything that was going on and hoping somebody would point me in the right direction. So once the games actually start, knowing Rob, he's going to pick up real quick, see what's going on, and then he's going to talk more than I am, which is good because Rob talks more meaningful stuff and he's a little bit more understanding than I am when it comes to talking. So we'll be back in about an hour. Joe, you said you were good to come back, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm good to come back. Do we have the links for the first game?
I'm going to look for that as soon as we go offline, just so I have it ready to go.
All right.
But all right, Philly Frenzy out.